Nick personally slips a single, colorless, odorless drop of poison into his wife's red wine. Watching his unsuspecting wife down the entire glass, he feels a wave of freedom wash over him. This poison, designed to induce a fatal heart attack 8 hours later, is sophisticated enough to fool even the most skilled medical examiner. Soon, he will inherit his wife's massive fortune and finally be able to live openly with his young girlfriend, Carla. 8 hours later, everything goes according to plan. His wife dies of heart failure. Nick plays the part of the grieving husband, but inside, he's already racing to his lover's arms. However, just as he and Carla are dreaming of their bright future, a phone call from the police acts like a bucket of ice water. His wife's body has vanished from the morgue. Could their plan have been exposed? Carla suspects it's a trap set by the police and begs him not to go. But confident in his flawless execution and needing to secure his inheritance and avoid suspicion, Nick knows he must. He has no idea he's about to walk into a much larger, more elaborate trap. At the police station, a veteran detective tells Nick that the morgue's security guard was hit by a car after running out of the building in a panic and is now in a coma. Inside, all the security cameras were destroyed, except for the one that captured the guard's escape. Shortly after, they discovered Nick's wife's body was missing. Hearing this, Nick breathes a quiet sigh of relief. It seems to be a bizarre case of body snatching, unrelated to his murder. He casually answers the detective's questions, but a sharp medical examiner sees through his perfect performance, his lack of grief and overly smooth answers, and immediately flags him as the prime suspect. Just as Nick is growing anxious, the building's lights suddenly flicker and die, plunging everything into darkness. Then, a sound comes from the morgue behind him. Nick follows the noise and finds his wife's empty gurney. But what truly makes his blood run cold is what's sitting inside, the small, all too familiar vial he used to poison his wife. He'd gotten rid of it. His mind goes blank. He instinctively shoves the vial into his pocket. But at that exact moment, the lights switch back on and the police rush in, catching him red-handed. Despite his protests that he's a pharmacist, the discovery of the murder weapon leaves him with no way to explain it. Trapped at the station, Nick has lost all control. He has no idea who is pulling the strings from the shadows, presenting the evidence of his crime piece by piece. While his head is spinning, he spots an envelope on the counter in the restroom. Inside is an invitation card his wife once gave him. On the back, in her familiar handwriting, is a chillingly intimate message.